Good day, and welcome to Hiroshima University's English Podcast.
広島大学イングリッシュポッドキャスト異文化ディスカッションへようこそ。この番組異文化ディスカッションでは、広島大学に学ぶ留学生をゲストに招き、東広島での学生生活や身近な話題について英語で話してもらいます。アメリカ出身のジャスミンと韓国出身のジョーをお迎えしてのトークも最終回となりました。今回の話題はアメリカと韓国の大学生活。それではごゆっくりどうぞ。
Hi everyone, welcome to our cross-culture talk at Hiroshima University's English Podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Joe.
Yes, so we've got two Joes here, and we're talking about college life in America and South Korea. The other Joe is from South Korea, right? First, can you tell me just what do you think about college?
Like in general.
In general, yes. Compared to high school, for example.
Compared to high school. Well, compared to high school, when I was in high school, actually, my high school was really tough and like elite high school. So what I thought was like after graduating high school, I believe I could do anything in college. Like I can get like tons of girls in college. I can do like anything I wanted in college.
Okay.
But it was really different actually. College, I would say
no tons of girls.
Not tons of girls. Actually, college, I would say, is an extension of the high school in some way.
Okay.
In a way that you still have to pursue. To achieve what you want to do academically.
Yeah, lots of work. And Jasmine, what do you think of college in general?
I love it, honestly. I love like the freedom, especially. Like I feel like a real person with like real agency to make my own choices.
High school was not so free?
I actually did like a community college high school, so it was to an extent, but you know, like not living at my parents' house, being responsible. Like if I make a mistake, it's on me.
Okay.
And I kind of like that. And of course all the people that I've met.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, again, today we're talking about college life in America and South Korea. Can you tell us a little bit about your universities back home? How big are they? What are the names? Things like that.
Okay, so I'm currently studying at Hiroshima University, but before coming to Hiroshima University, I studied at Korean University for 6 months, studying Japanese. It was called Kyunghee University in Seoul.
Okay.
It was a big university consisting of 20,000 students in total. And it is really famous for having a very beautiful cherry blossom view in spring.
Okay, good. And Jasmine, your university?
So I go to the University of Nevada, Reno, which is in northwest Reno in Nevada. It's a pretty big state school, 22,000 people.
Oh, so about the same as Joe's university. Okay.
And it's a public research institution. We get a lot of grants from the government to do research. So there's always a ton of research being done. And this is not my thing, but Greek life is also huge. Fraternities, sororities. I stay away.
Okay. You stay away, okay. But it's kind of big at the school. Wow.
Oh, yes. It's huge. It's kind of embarrassing.
Wow. Okay. In the beginning, we talked a little about what you liked about college, the freedom and stuff. What don't you like about college? Anything?
That, for me, would be how much Greek life seeps into things because...
Why is it bad, for example?
I think it's bad because it starts to affect the university politics and like the regulations of the school. There was like an incident where a fraternity, a guy in a frat just hired all of his frat brothers and they, ended up basically like embezzling school money on parties and alcohol and like, not good things.
Okay. Anything you don't like about college, Joe?
College, like in general?
Yes.
I feel like, as I said, college is kind of like an extension of high school. When I first came to college, I thought like I could do anything I want, like study anything I want. But there are some things that I need to take, and those are some things that might be, subjects that I wouldn't want to take. So as Jasmine said, like college is all about the freedom, but I don't think there is a freedom in an academic sense, like completely.
Okay.
So, well, I would say my expectation might have been high, but those are the things that I would still kind of find hard, tough in college.
Okay, very good. Can you tell me a little about the teachers in South Korea? What kind of are they good? Are they bad? What do you think?
Actually, the professors in South Korea is really case by case. I can't really generalize it.
That's right.
I see on some media about like sexual harassment from the teachers or power harassment, like you know.
Okay, right. So it's case by case. You say.
It is really case
Can
by
you tell
case.
me about one really good teacher?
One really good
that
teacher
you've
I met in
experienced?
South Korea.
Right.
She was a teacher who taught me Japanese. She was really strict and like taking care of all the students. So when I was in South Korea, I didn't really like her because she was so strict. But now I think she's a true teacher who thinks about like the student.
She
like-
pushed you to
yeah,
like
she
better
pushed me to
yourself.
better myself. So like,
Wow.
I think she's a good teacher.
Wow, very good. And Jasmine, how about the teachers in America?
Oh gosh, I've been pretty fortunate. There have been some professors where I hate them, but for the most part, they've been really good.
Okay.
Especially in linguistics. I could go on and on about how much I love all of the faculty in my program.
you have
They're
a lot
so
of good
sweet,
teachers.
so
Wow.
supportive. They will really go out of their way to, support you, which I love.
Okay, that's cool. How many subjects do students need to take each week compared to like Japanese students? Any idea?
Actually, like I can't really generalize it by country because it really depends on the faculty.
Oh, okay.
For example, in Japan or in South Korea, people like studying history or linguistics or literature, that's kind of like a literature type of faculty. Students can choose whatever they want to take. But on the other hand, like the engineering or the science faculty, the subjects are mostly like decided by the school. So students don't really have a choice. So I would say like in South Korea and Japan, the number of subjects that students have to take are pretty much similar. It's just a matter of the faculty, actually.
Okay.
So I kind of interpret it differently, and I thought of it as in Japan, there's a certain amount of classes that most students take. In the U.S., you just have to take 12 credits, and that's full time. You have
Per week?
per semester.
Per semester,
So it's
okay.
basically.
And
the
how often do
equivalent-
the classes meet each week?
Twice a week.
Oh, twice
so
a week.
instead of once a week, it's twice a week.
Okay.
But a lot of students, they might just take like one class a semester or two. Some take 6 or 7, which is nuts. I've done 6. I do not recommend it.
So how many hours are they in classes each day average, for example?
There really is no average just because I think in the U.S. university is becoming like increasingly available to everybody.
Okay.
So there's honestly like no
It
average.
It depends on a lot of things.
So it's
Okay,
more
good.
flexible, actually.
Okay, good. Let's go to one more major question today. The similarities and differences between colleges in South Korea, America, and Japan compared to Japan. First of all, are there many similarities? What do you think?
I did not really think there are any, except for
Wow.
maybe all college kids in every country like to drink. I think is the one that I could think
Okay,
of.
good. Good. How about Korean colleges? Are there similarities, Japanese
actually,
colleges?
Like there are a lot of similarities
Mm-hmm.
in Korean and Japanese college because I think Korea was really influenced by Japan in every
Okay.
way, like
Okay.
also in education. But of course, there are a lot of big differences.
Okay, let's talk about the differences a little. What are some differences, for example?
Well, going with the drinking theme.
Okay.
In Japan, most people do izakaya or small little get-togethers. In the States, we'll do like big house parties. One of
house
my
party.
friends threw one, and there was literally a line of people trying to get in.
Wow.
Very different drinking culture. I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, so talking about the drinking culture again, Korea and Japan has like totally different drinking culture.
Uh-huh.
In Japan, like as Jasmine had mentioned, like a lot of students go to izakaya or they gather in the friend's house, but like in a small number, not like a music thing.
Uh-huh.
In Korea, we also like to drink in izakaya. We also drink at school. We also drink by the riverside.
Oh my goodness.
We drink
Y'all
everywhere.
crazy.
What is the legal drinking age in South Korea?
South Korea, its legal drinking age is from 18.
Oh, okay. Okay.
no,
That's the reason.
yeah.
That's the reason.
It's 21 in the States, so we
Okay,
gotta be a
right.
little safe.
So you
more
kind of do it
sneaky.
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 Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, any other differences that
Yeah.
come to mind?
The biggest one, I think, for me, that was just shocking and sorry, guys, but something I don't really like is the Japanese students' lives kind of revolve around school, you know? Class, maybe a club or a circle, arubaito, that's it. You know, I always ask, you know, my like newly met Japanese friends, oh, what do you guys do for fun? And they're like, and they don't really know. They're just, you know, it's just like so school. And I do a lot of, you know, academic school career related things, but that was a shock to me, if I'm going to be honest.
What do Americans do for fun?
Well, we have like a lot of like sports or like things that are, I don't know how to say this, like not so like school oriented maybe. We have, you know, a lot of volunteering or, you know, involvement with the community or different organizations on campus. Yeah, like we have a radio station, a newspaper,
student-run media.
literary magazine, like a lot of things. So.
Okay. Of course, Japanese have lots of club activities and sports like that, but you...
It feels a little bit different because I feel like I don't really often see Japanese students gathering outside of these things, outside of these school-related
besides that
activities.
Okay, good. And how about South Korea?
Actually, like what I felt was South Korean like university students are really crazy with GPA, the grade point average of credit, because it is really like critical when they, you know, look for their jobs. So students are really like into
grades are important.
The grades are important in college,
Right.
but in Japan, comparatively, I didn't find Japanese students like so attached
That's
to
right,
the
that's right.
credit, getting credits. And
They just want to pass. I
That's
think.
right.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
And also, I found like Japanese students are really like attached to the club activities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't really generalize everyone, but the most students, of course, I'm also in the club and I'm really enjoying the club activity in Japan. I think that's the best way to learn like Japanese culture. But like the most students are really like their lives revolve around the club activity.
Exactly.
Like their priority in university life, the club activity is like over the like taking credits and GP like managing GPA, which was kind of shocking to me because it's like the opposite in Korea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are club activities kind of important at Korean universities? Not so much? Really?
Not so much. It would be more like your life's career, but like when you get a job, it wouldn't be like as much as important criteria as getting a good credit.
Okay, good. We're out of time. Maybe one more question today, and it's kind of a looking toward the future. Can you imagine any ways that universities in South Korea or the United States could be improved? What improvements could be made? Anything comes to mind?
Okay, so I don't think Japanese people are familiar with the systems or the backgrounds of the Korean universities. Compared to Japan, most like prestigious Korean universities are not public or they're like private universities. And those private universities are like centered in Seoul. So everyone tries to go to Seoul.
Okay.
So like people like studying at the universities not in Seoul are like neglected
So
in
you
many
think it's
ways.
kind of bad in South Korea?
It is really bad, I think. Like in Japan, like the national universities were considered prestigious, and national universities are like nationwide, like spread in Japan. Like not all the students would want to go to Tokyo to have a prestigious life. So I think those are the improvements that should be made in Korea.
Okay, very good. And Jasmine, anything in
yes.
America?
Yes, my two big ones. Don't let bad professors have tenure or make a lot of money, because I have met professors who make ridiculous amounts of money. They're horrible.
Right, bad teachers should be fired, right?
Yes. And the other one is to better allocate the money, because I have a lot of friends who, you know, are not able to even afford to be in school. They've had to drop out, or, you know, they work 40 plus hours a week. Yet, you know, we upkeep our football stadium, you know, or we spend so much money on sports and on athletes. You know, they get like full rides, which is ridiculous. And then they have like a 2.0 GPA. I'm like, what? So yeah, that's my
Okay,
rant.
thank you very much, Jasmine and Joe. We've seen that colleges in America and South Korea are pretty interesting. Everyone out there, try to go for yourselves and see for yourselves, especially if you go somewhere where a friend is there in South Korea or the United States. You'll really have a good time. Thank you very much, Joe and Jasmine. Good luck in your studies, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very
And
much.
everyone, we'll see you next time at Hiroshima University's English Podcast. Take care.
See you next time.
いかがでしたか？アメリカ、韓国の大学と日本の大学を比較し、それらの共通点や違いについて語ってもらいました。多少の違いはあっても、大学生として日々考えていることは、どの国も似ているようです。留学生とお話しすることは、異文化への扉を開く、最も身近な方法であると言えそうです。それでは、次回の異文化ディスカッションまでごきげんよう。